Hi guys. Okay, so I totally forgot my Facebook is not letting me go live, but that's okay because I can record it here and then that way I can post it to our page. So let's talk about carb cycling. I am super excited about this and I want to make sure I start about why and then kind of come to like how it's actually going to affect your body and what changes you can expect to see. But I will start by saying we have been kind of programmed the last few years to think that carbs are bad. And what that has done is it has also glorified healthy fats. And so we're constantly talking about how we should get salmon and avocado and olive oil, MCT oil, coconut oil, all of these healthy fats into our diet. And you'll see, I've seen so many influencers that have, like what you would think is the perfect body, pouring peanut butter and nut butter and all these butters all over their food. And it's glorified healthy fats. Now, if you are living a keto lifestyle and you completely drop your carbs and you are depending on fat as fuel, then your body is going to use all that extra fat and it is going to burn the fat in your body. Most of us don't want to live a keto lifestyle where you can't have any carbs. And the minute you do, you start seeing weight gain. I will also tell you from everything I have researched and seen that if you are a woman that could be going through perimenopause or menopause and you drop your carbs completely, you are going to see hormone changes that are not going to help you in the long run. So even though you might see short-term benefits, in the long run, when your hormones are totally thrown off, you are going to suffer quite a bit. So dropping the carbs completely and living a high-fat lifestyle is not what I recommend. Now, on the flip side, if you don't drop your carbs completely, but you think carbs are bad, so you're having just a little bit of carbs, but now you've increased your fat drastically, your body is still using glucose for fuel, but it's not using the fat. So you're storing the fat. And now we're in a place where you are gaining fat, right? You're gaining weight, but not muscle weight. And that's not a place you want to be either. Now, here's what's super cool about carb cycling. One, different days of the week, we can enjoy different things. So there are certain days where we're going to have normal carbs, that the healthy carbs, but we can eat a decent amount of them, right? We don't count macros here, but if we were to count macros and you were to look at our meal plan, it's a decent number of carbs. Okay. So maybe about 45% of your total daily intake is actually coming from carbs, and maybe about 30% or so is from fat, and the rest is coming from protein. I'm totally just throwing random numbers out because it depends on where you need to be, but the carbs are going to be around 45 to 50%. Okay. However, if 2 days of the week, and this is super important because I've done carb cycling in the past and they weren't 2 days that were together, and I really didn't see the benefit. If we could put 48 hours, so 2 days together, and on those 2 days only, we drop our carbs down to less than 50 grams net. So what net means is if something has 10 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fiber, it's only going to be 5 net. Okay. So keep that in mind. But if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you need to be at 100 net. So please make sure, and men pregnant or breastfeeding, you need to be at 100 net. Everybody else, 50 grams of carbs or less is what we're going to shoot for. Okay. And I'll tell you how we're going to calculate all of that. If we can do that for 2 days, you're going to put your body into fat burning mode. Your body is going to start using glucose, it's going to start using your fat stores for fuel. Okay. But here's the really cool part. On the next 48 hours, your body is still in fat burning mode, even when you bring the carbs back in. Even when you reintroduce the carbs, your body is it's still in the fat burning mode, and it takes it about 48 hours to get back to normal. And that's okay. We don't want to be in complete fat burning. We can still lose weight, but we don't want to be in complete fat burning mode in ketosis for 7 days straight. Then it starts to mess with our hormones. But if we just do 2 days and our body still functions like that for 2 more, right? 1 to 2 more days until it falls back to normal, that is where really cool stuff can happen. Okay. So that's where we're going to kind of trick our body into being in fat burning mode without being in ketosis. So we're not doing keto, but we're getting a lot of the same benefits 2 to 4 days out of the week. Okay. Now on those specific 2 days where we're really dropping the carbs, we want to do HIIT workouts. Okay. So high intensity interval training. You want to go hard, take a break, go hard, take a break. If you're doing Peloton, you can actually pick HIIT workouts. If you're doing Beachbody, there's a lot of workouts that have that same style of intense, intense, take it back, intense, intense, take it back. There's tons you can find out there, but that's the kind you want to do when you are doing carb cycling and you're in a low carb macro day. When we are on a day that's a normal day, so if you're we're going to be doing Mondays and Tuesdays. So Monday, Tuesday is our low carb macro day. Wednesday, Thursday, we're kind of getting back into it. Friday or Saturday, one of those days, right? That's when you want to do your leg workout, your high strength training leg. We've been back on, we're off the fat burning and we're back to using glucose for fuel. Those are the perfect days to use that fuel when we're doing an intense, maybe lower body weights workout. Okay. Now, we are going to be using MyFitnessPal. And I'm going to be sending out an email. If you aren't getting my emails, please check your junk, okay? And make sure, or check your promotions tab if you have Gmail. So somewhere in there, you'll be getting an email from me on how to set up your MyFitnessPal. This is super important because it will not naturally track it this way. We are going to kind of change the percentages on there so that it tracks it accordingly. And I need you to make sure you follow the step-by-step in there. And then on Monday, Tuesday, what I want you to do is I'm going to teach you how to show me a picture of your macros at the end of the day. Okay. Keep in mind, our goal is net 50 carbs, but even if you're 0 net carbs, that's fine too. You don't have to get to 50. That's just the highest. If you have 0 net carbs, that's fine. 1 net carb, 5 net carbs, the max is 50. Okay. This is where some of you might struggle. You're going to be taking in some fat on those 2 days. You've got to get your calories from somewhere. Protein's not going to go up a whole lot. Our fat is going to make up the difference on where we lose those macros from the carbs. Okay. So be prepared. You're going to be eating a ton of healthy fats. I'm going to give you guys some lists of some of my favorite healthy fats, but we're thinking MCT oil, coconut oil, olive oil, salmon, any type of like fatty fish, nut butter, right? So I'll give you guys a list. Coconut cream is a really good one. You can put it in your smoothie, in your life shake. That's probably the day that you're going to want to not have the banana in your shake, right? Now, another thing I've learned that makes a huge difference, after you set up MyFitnessPal on Sunday night, go in there and plug in all the foods that you plan to eat on Monday. That way you can see how your macros turn out, okay? Don't do it as your day progresses, because then you're going to all of a sudden feel like, oh my gosh, I am so low on my fat and I'm so high on my carb and I didn't realize it and I have nothing planned and I don't know what to eat. So plan your day out, plug everything in the night before. Trust me, if you don't do this, you're going to want to, because it makes it so much harder. And then I want you guys to stay off the scale. Okay. Scale's actually not going to go up. It's very rare because you're dropping the carbs. So you end up losing a little bit of water weight. But I am a big fan of weighing yourself daily or weekly. There's benefits to both. But when you're doing the carb cycling, I just don't want it to be about that. It takes a few weeks to see the results from this. You should not be seeing a weight gain in the beginning. That's not going to happen where it's like, oh my God, I put on weight. You might just stay the same. You can go ahead and weigh yourself though on Wednesday morning if you want, after we do the 2 low carb days. That's totally fine. Now, how are you going to eat the rest of the week, right? So if we're doing Monday, Tuesday, low carb, well, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're just going to go into phase 2, but I'm going to throw you guys off just a little bit. I am going to have you add an extra carb if you do the low carb on Monday, Tuesday. So either a healthy carb or a fruit on each day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just one, not more than one. And it needs to be a healthy carb. So don't make it like a glass of wine. Okay. Just stay with me on this one. If you do the carb cycling Monday, Tuesday, we are going to add 1, and it could just be your snack. It could be an extra fruit or something. Okay. I'm going to send out the email. It's going to walk you through the directions of setting up MyFitnessPal. If you have any questions, and you guys might, when it comes to the technical stuff, just pop it below in the comments. But I hope that you're excited. I will tell you guys, there's nothing I bring to you, like even joining Shackley. I said to the CEO of our company, I was like, everything sounds great. I really love the vision. I love where you're going, but I haven't tried your products. And I'm not doing anything without that. So just know, like, even this carb cycling, it's been a little hush hush. I've been doing it myself. I'm hitting week 5 right now of doing this Monday, Tuesday, almost religiously. And I've definitely seen a difference. I have seen a difference on the scale. I also love how I feel because I tend to be someone that loves healthy fats and I have to be kind of careful. Shoot, I don't know what just happened. Okay, 2 days out of the week, I get to really go to town on them. Comment below if you have any questions.